the elusive credit score. Most of us understand that it's a good thing to have a good one, but does anyone actually know what impacts it and by how much? To make your credit score feel less abstract, in this video I'll not only take you through 5 of the main factors that affect your credit score, but I'll be putting each one through our snazzy Find a Credit Score scale of scales to see by how much each factor actually affects your credit score. According to Experian, the average credit score in the UK is 797, so for every scenario we put through the scale of scales, I'll start off with that score to demonstrate any changes. If you end up watching this video and thinking, yikes, my credit score is looking a little worse for wear, fear not. For each factor I cover, I've also included some helpful tips to keep your score up or potentially give it a little boost. Credit Score Scale of Scales is powered by data from Experian. Experian's credit score ranges from 0 to 999 on a scale of very poor to excellent. Credit score bands will differ depending on the credit reference agency. 1 late or missed payment on your credit report might not feel like a huge deal, but even one could cause your credit score to drop. And a history of late or missed payments could even lead to your credit provider upping your annual percentage rate or being rejected for future credit applications. If we run this scenario through our scale of scales, you can see that paying a bill late could cause your score to drop by as much as 130 points. That's enough to potentially knock you down from a fair to poor credit score, depending on where your score is originally at. So, solutions. If you miss a payment, there are a couple of things you can do to potentially stop your score from dropping. If you're only a few days late, contact your credit card provider as soon as possible, as you may be able to sort out the payment before it gets officially reported to credit reference agencies. In our Find a Credit Score dashboard, the Your Insights carousel will give you an at-a-glance look at your credit score and report, with the option to dive deeper into any factors that are keeping you from staying on track. Your credit utilization ratio, or CUR, is the ratio of credit you're using against what the bank is willing to lend you. For example, if I have a credit limit of £1,000 and I spend £500 of it, my credit utilization ratio would be 50%. A good credit utilization ratio is generally considered to be around 30%. So even if the bank is willing to give you a massive credit limit, that number's not a challenge. And actually having a CUR over 90% can cause your credit score to drop by 50 points. Whereas keeping your CUR under 30% could potentially boost your score by 90 points. One hack to potentially boost your credit utilization ratio is to avoid closing credit accounts. If, for example, you've cleared a credit balance and no longer use the card, keeping that account open in the background keeps that credit limit on your file, which could help keep your credit utilization ratio lower. You can also monitor your CUR in your Find a Credit Score Insights. A common misconception is that being rejected for a credit application can harm your credit score. In reality, it's not the outcomes that are recorded in your credit report, but the number of applications that require a hard credit check. So even if you apply for 10 credit cards and get accepted for them all, that could reflect negatively on your credit report, as it could be a sign to credit reference agencies that you're seriously in need of credit. If we run this through the scale of scales, you can see that having an account on your file less than 6 months old could cause a drop of 40, whereas having no new accounts opened in the last 6 months could boost your score by 50. To avoid unnecessary score fluctuations, use an eligibility checker to see what credit products you're likely to be accepted for beforehand. If you do get rejected, stop and take a moment to review your credit report and figure out why. In Finder's Credit Score dashboard, you'll not only get a free credit score and access to your full report, but you'll also get suggestions to improve your credit score, including a tailored to-do list to keep your progress ticking along. Being on the electoral roll gives lenders proof that you are who you say you are when you apply for a form of credit. And it's a super simple way to boost your credit score by potentially around 50 points. Your Find a Credit Insights will flag where you can improve your credit score, including updating personal information like adding current and previous addresses where you've been registered for the electoral roll at. Major red flags should be avoided in all areas of your life, but especially for your credit score. These can include things like county court judgments for unpaid debt, or a default account, where an account has been shut down due to missed payments. These can have a serious impact on your score. CCJs could result in a drop of around 250 points and a default account as much as 350. Debt can be a stressful subject. If you're struggling or want to know more, check out this video on the different levels of debt and how to manage it. Or click this link again to check out our info guide on debt. For more information on what factors affect your credit score and by how much, check out our research into the hidden costs of missed credit card payments right here. To start your credit score journey with Finder, including all those juicy insights and support I mentioned, check out the first link in the description under extra resources. If you found this video helpful, like, subscribe, and hit that bell button to be the first to know when a new video drops. Till next time, thanks for watching.